What's next? Our Wayne Steiger asked in his last video, if prosperity was a guest in your home, would it feel welcome? Would it want to stick around? Would it want to stay? And that blew my mind, the thought of that. Because a lot of people, they just put their hands out and say, this is what I want, bring it to me, give it to me. And they don't treat prosperity as a positive energy in their life, that when you ask for gifts, if you ask for prosperity in your life, you really don't have to be that specific, because prosperity will bring into your life what is in alignment with your current path. And a lot of people, when they don't get what they want, they get frustrated and say, oh, it doesn't work. Manifest doesn't work. Positive reinforcement, positive mindset, it doesn't work. I was this way for so many months, blah, 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 it doesn't work. Well, if they come to the idea that it doesn't work, of course it doesn't work, because they've never got out of the lack mindset. They've never got out of the you owe me mindset. When you invite prosperity into your life, you invite the whole thing to walk with you, to learn about your life. It's not an instant gratification kind of thing. It's about bringing prosperity into your life, and you're asking for a positive outcome. You're asking for abundance in your life, but you're willing to accept what comes. One example is a friend of mine who is a very loving and good person. When she finds pennies and dimes on the ground, she thanks prosperity. She thanks the spirits for their wonderful gift. And that's the kind of thing. It's not, the effort, all the effort that you go, oh, this is what I've done, It's the intention behind it. It's hard to explain. But when things come into your life, you have to notice them. You have to notice the pennies and dimes. And that prosperity says, hey, this person gets it. This person appreciates the small steps. And as you appreciate the small steps, bigger, more important things come into your life. And prosperity works with energy. Prosperity is a positive energy. And it wants more positive energy in the universe. But if someone is looking for just to fill their coffers, to fill their life, to give themselves the easy life, well, that's nice, but it kind of stops there. What are they going to do when they win the $1 million? Are they going to continue to move forward positively, or is it going to ruin their life? Prosperity knows that. And I don't think people who win the lottery and lose everything are gifted with prosperity. I think they're cursed with a punishment of, well, you think you know better? Here, see what you can do with it. You think money buys you happiness? Let's see how happy you are now. So a lot of the people who win the lottery and end up bankrupt, that's not prosperity working with them. That's the exact opposite. They're being cursed. They're being punished. And a lot of people say, well, I could do better. You really don't want to challenge it, because you want to get onto the right mindset. Once you're on the right mindset now, when you're barely getting by, or when you're just comfortably getting by, once you appreciate the little things that come into your life, more and more come. More and more arrive, and you'll notice wonderful things come to you. An example was my wife and I, our truck had just basically on its last legs, and we needed a new truck. And we could not afford to buy a new truck, because we had to get a used one, and we knew specifically what we wanted. And I sat her down and I said, okay, these are the parameters. You have 5 things to choose. And she chose, the size and the engine size and how much it can store and how much we could afford. And long story short, after a little bit of negotiation, we found exactly the truck. We found a truck within our price range with a little bit of negotiation from the dealership. It was four-wheel drive, on the fly or whatever they call it. You can shift it into full drive when you need to. And it was just, everything worked out perfectly. And honestly, its book value was higher than what we paid for it. But they needed to get it off the lot, and they had a couple of failed negotiations. So we actually got the truck we wanted, but it's because we made a specific request because we really needed it, and we appreciate this truck very much. Gave the truck a specific name. I compliment the truck, because I believe everything has some certain energy. And as long as you treat everything like it has an energy, it kind of helps things just happen to work out. With my daily affirmations with favor, it's favor keeps everything on, that I own. All my material property works as new and lasts longer up until a better product, a better replacement comes into my life. It's weird that I can't do it off the top of my head, which I do. Once I do all the affirmations piece by piece, but so I appreciate what I have, and they work as new. And when I can repair, I repair myself, and if I can't, the repairs come and I find the money to do those repairs. It's just how life happens. So prosperity doesn't give you everything you want right now. It gives you part by part and keeps your head just above water for a little while, and to see how much you appreciate it. And as you go along, bigger and better things come into your life. Now, when you're part of a family, you might be the more prosperous one, the one that keeps bringing more positivity in life, and you might have someone else, kids or spouse, who tend to have negative energies, and that kind of brings things down. But you can bring positivity in your life. Just keep your mind focused on bringing prosperity into your life. What's next?